This video is a result of a couple of questions that we received based on a previous video that we did fairly recently on action rows. A bit of background first. Action rows are buttons that AdapTable provides that the developer can define, and then if they're defined, AdapTable for each row will provide up to 4 buttons: create, clone, edit and delete. And then if you, for instance, do edit, AdapTable creates a form on the fly that allows you to edit the row. If you do create, it creates a new form. If you do delete, it will delete the row here automatically, or in fact, you can ask AdapTable to fire an event which you listen to, and then you respond to the deletion or editing as need be. So the first question your user asked was that clone, edit and delete on a per row basis makes sense, but really create doesn't, because create is really something that you don't create a new row on a row by row, you really kind of do it for the whole grid. So the question is, are you able to do that? And the answer is you can. And in fact, in this demo, we can see how. And we can see that we've essentially, in fact, let's go full screen, it's probably easier. We can see that we've added a button, an add new row button, because what happens is AdapTable has a very powerful API. This is a runtime API with hundreds, actually thousands of methods that allow you to do everything you want programmatically if need be. So we've created a dashboard button called add new row, and then when we click it, we call the API to effectively display the create action row. So in this case, you still kind of can go edit row by row, but when you click this, you see the new row. So that was the first question the user asked. And then the second question is, at the moment, we edit and delete for each row, but you might not always want to do that. There might only be some rows which are editable and some are not, and ditto with deletion. And as a corollary to that, is there any way that you can kind of change the look and feel of these buttons? And the answer to both of those questions is you can. And again, this is all in our documentation, AdapTable docs. And then in configuring action rows, again, let's go full screen. Let's show code. And in fact, you can see here, we've now just got 2 buttons, edit and delete. And we can see that sometimes delete is not there. And when it is there, it's red. And we can see that sometimes edit is disabled. And essentially, it all happens in action options, which is the section of AdapTable options that you use to create action rows. And in fact, you can see this is where we've defined we want edit and delete. And then we've said that we want their position to be pinned right. We've got auto handle. Auto handle means that AdapTable will essentially automatically update the row when it's edited, or will automatically delete the row when it's deleted. If you set that to false, then we fire an event, as I say, that you can listen to. And then this is really kind of what we're interested in here, where we provide custom configuration. So we've said here, if the action row button type is delete, then hide the button, the delete button, in any row where the language is TypeScript. So here you can see it's TypeScript and there's no delete. And then we've also said, when you do provide it, provide a different button tone, and you can provide tone, and you can do various other, quite a lot of properties you can do for buttons which appear in many places in AdapTable. And then we've done the same with edit. We've said if the action row button type is edit, then return true for disabled wherever it's JavaScript. So again, you can see this is JavaScript, and that's why it's disabled. So there we are. These are still action row buttons, but number one, as we saw before, you don't have to use the buttons. You can access the form programmatically if you wish. And number two, if you do want to see the buttons, then you have control over visibility, enabled, tone, style, and other properties as well. As always, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, do please get in touch.